Hey everyone, hope you're all doing great. I'm Arsalan, and I'm here as a trading robot. This video is part of a series on trading, specifically how to use exchanges. Most of the trades I do are on the CoinCatch exchange, the ones you see more, on Instagram and in live trades. Right now I have 3 trades open. So we'll get into those trades on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Toman. The issue is this exchange, CoinCatch, isn't for Iranians or user-friendly. Most exchanges have a Persian menu, but CoinCatch doesn't. But more professional. It has features. I chose it for. Now, we'll see me trade here. But without a Persian menu, it's tough for newcomers. So, when I use this exchange, I'll record a video. So you can learn it. It's simple. I choose based on its interface compared to the others. He was a professional slave who is now going to sea. It has become clear that I trade here myself. But because there is no Persian menu, it may be difficult for you to work here. For example, you have just entered the market. Therefore, I will do whatever I want in this store myself. If the opportunity arises, I will film it for you. Just do it once or twice, and you will get the hang of it. It is a very complicated job. What do I want to do now? I have 3 trading games now, and I want to place a target stub on them. There are various ways in which a target stub can be placed, including trailing stubs and targets, and a normal target position type. I will explain all of this to you, how it works, and where you can do it. This is just going to be a pretty short video, so I'll move myself right to the corner here. And let's check out some more details about the new information, about the exchange. This is the position I currently have open. We entered the trade on Bitcoin. Yesterday, I posted on the story that we entered. I posted that there were 2 Bitcoins in the same situation with Ethereum 30, margin of $600. Ethereum 30, total of 970,000 and now 500, profit of 84%. On Ethereum 600 again here, margin all. And Ethereum 25 here 48 Ethereum or 159,000 to 450. 1,000 to 4,500 Toman. Opened a small ton position with 2,000 margin, 10x leverage, totaling 28,000, up 572. Red numbers are unrealized P&L, the transaction fees. This trade fee was $150. Others were 92 and 16. Overall, account looks good. Details show balance at 35,000. I usually cap it at 30,000. Once it hits, I withdraw to manage risk. Today, I'm up 10,000, account at 40,000, really happy. Now, set a stop and target for this position. It will have a picture of it. Here you can see the explanation that the balance is 35,000. I usually don't let it go above 30, meaning I can withdraw 30, so that my risk management doesn't suffer. But today, I have 10,000 of these in profit for 1,000 accounts. And I'm very happy about this. What are we going to do now? We want to set the same stub target for this position. And let's go and show you the different models, so you can see how easy it is to put yourself where you can't see it. Here I think it's good to see the explanations for each of these sections. Here it says Bitcoin is isolated, traded, long, Ethereum. 3. Position volume, the amount of profit or loss you are making, but unrealized, meaning it hasn't been realized. It hasn't been cashed yet. Take this and it will be cashed. You haven't closed this yet. Your profit percentage is 823%. 823% with this Ethereum means to see how much profit you made. You divide 822 by 822. That's the profit you made on this $6,000. But the profit you made on these 197 shares. But the profit you made on these 6,000 shares, well, that's the number you see here. 82 open price. Everyone wrote $96,000. Bitcoin. I came and entered. I drew a line here for you so you can see it more easily. See, this line is the entry point. I entered here almost yesterday after him, and at the same time I posted the story. I would also like to introduce to you the market price, which tells you what the current market price is, the margins that I explained to you, the margin rate, how many % of the account is involved, etc. If this is green, it is a good number. And now I have a video on managing JESC and separate capital that I tell you with what volume you should enter. Be sure to watch it. You can find all this on YouTube. But now this means managing Jesk and writing it. With this difference, there is a slight difference. Let's start with this set. Well, this set, when you have a few open positions, it's better to look here. It's better to look on the right side. It's much better. This is 11%. So, when you have an open position, focus on that one. Here, for example, it's at 11% and you see it's green, which means it's safe. It's like the needle on a car gauge. When it's in the green zone, you're good. If it's in the orange or yellow zone, it means you're taking a risk. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about TP, take profit stops, or partial TP stops or trailing stops. There are 3 ways you can take your profit from a trade. You've opened, it can either be a target or a stop. Those are the only 2 options. You can close it in 3 different ways. What are those 3? This is something that weaker exchanges often lack. For example, the reason I use CoinCatch is that it has these features. Look, now I have, for example, 5,400 in profit. Or I want to say, for example, let's say the price is, for Bitcoins, when the price of Bitcoin reaches, for example, 1,000, close it. So here we open the position. And I want to say that now the price of Bitcoin is 9,800. It reaches 1,000, close it. It reached 100,000, and I want to close everything. With $119,000 in my trade, I'll close the full amount for profit, or maybe just a portion. There are 2 types of closing, everything or part of your profit. I'll explain both. This button is for profit, stop loss, and closing. To close everything, hit close position. In the profit section, dragging the toggle shows the needed price for your profit. The mark price is 98,000. To reach 98,700, it shows a profit of about 5,200. What does that mean? You can see the button here. It's not a tick profit stop plus bull position TP stop. You put the bull position first when you close the whole thing. Here is the explanation. With this, in the tick profit section, if you take this like this with this toggle, it will tell you what number the price reaches and how much you whistled. What is the current price? Mark price is 98,000. So I have 98 to come. For example, 98 to 7,000, come to 98 to 7,000. It says here that you will whistle 5,200. So now I am at 5,200, which means if I had returned first, I would have set a target and closed it. This is a percentage. But this percentage is not very interesting. So what does it mean? It says, I'll set it here, for example, to 100,000. I'm saying that when Bitcoin hits 100,000, I'll switch my keyboard to English and say that when Bitcoin hits 100,000, I'll set my overall target for the position. Do you see what it says here? It says that if the price goes above 100,000, the thermos is equal to 100 USDT. The position will be closed at the optimal trade price. Execute a return of 10,000 US dollars. If Bella's price hits 10,000, you'll close the position for a $7,827 or 121% profit. You've decided to close at 100,000. If it goes below 95,000, it triggers the stop loss. And if it goes above 100,000, it hits the target. Oh no, that's not what I meant. We arrived at this number. You put it here. It's the calculations, for example. What was my entry point? The opening price was written there as 96,000. I said, when it reaches 95,000, put your stop loss. He said, it's 95,000, but it's less than 95. Because it's a long position. If it's greater than 10,000, it sets a target. If it's less than 95, it sets a stop loss. What he means by smaller is that it triggers even if it goes a little lower. Oh no, that's not what he means. It says that 34% will be negative, 2093 will be a loss, okay? I say confirm. This is it, I'll put it in. He says I'll set 2 targets for you, okay? You check here again, he says your trigger price is this, the number you get for take profit. 1,000 for profit. I'll send you market toss. 9,500 for stop. Confirm. Confirm. So this is the confirm. Here it is. In full position, the tip and stub come up. You can see the number for it. For example, the bottom one, which I didn't put anything on, has nothing. You can see one here. You can see it in another place. You can see it in 2 other places. In the open orders section, it shows the take profit and stop loss. It says that if this happens, it will close the position with SL stop loss and TP take profit. What's the status? Waiting. Can you cancel it? Yes, I can. You see those options to cancel down there? You can cancel it. Can you change it? Yes, you can change it too. How can you change it? This is a pencil icon here, the edit icon. You click it, and it asks if you want to change it from 95,000 to something else. You can change it to another number, and it gets updated. I mentioned you can see it in 2 other places too. You can see it on the chart. This is a really cool feature that I enjoy a lot, especially since I'm into scalping. It's very useful for you. It's on the chart itself. It shows your entry point. It shows your stop. It also shows your target. That means we take it, we pull it, we play. I'll put the stop as much as possible. I'll put it higher. I'll put it here. I'll put the stop there. And instead of being 95, it became 95 and 860. You see here, it changed to 9,560. I want to move my stop into profit. Meaning I want to say that since I'm in a good profit, I'll adjust it to lock in some gains. So, I'm going to set my stop here. Now it's at 96,419. And it got adjusted to 96,414. Part of it was at 449. I showed you that here. So, you see, editing it is that easy. This position has a take profit and stop loss, meaning you can wrap up the whole thing. Like this, which is how 99% of our trades are done. This is good. For my Bitcoin TP. I'm feeling good about it. I'll go and look at the chart for a moment. And see. Now we want to let a single market eat us. Let's see if it has done something even stranger. We also have this Tesla robot on the chart. Let's see if I can bring Bitcoin. Make a 5-minute video. What is the point of the data? I'll put Team 45 on a higher time frame. Let's do some analysis. Now, this is not my business, but because the market is so high right now, I don't want to be a swindler. For example, we'll lose $200 because of this video. I'm really using my internet. Well, this has reached the top of the channel. It's not doing very well. It's probably coming back now. 99,400 nothing. The target is hitting it now. It's very close to hitting the target. It's better to bring it down a little. I mean, it was 100. The psychological number is 99,800 and I'd better put a stop. Alright, we'll set this up. Now, if that position hits, the profit will be 6,400, which is a 100% gain. A 100% gain means you've taken out your margin of 6,400. And you're still in profit. This percentage profit refers to the margin without leverage. So if it had gone up, it would have been a 30% gain. Now let's move on to Ethereum. You can click on its name on the chart. For the chart, he changed the chart above. Ethereum. Now here's that time frame and you can go to Ethereum. I entered here and got this pump. Of course, I didn't get this. I entered yesterday after him. This time frame is 3 minutes. Yesterday I entered here, after him. But I was predicting that this is what will happen from here. We'll see this, but now, we've seen it with a bit of a delay. This is what they should bring with them. I also posted about Ethereum being traded with Teen Cello 5 in my story. Ethereum also has a chance of coming back. If it falls, Ethereum will probably go down. The channel is down. the tutorial for these Teen Cello 5 robots, and this story is also on the site. If you want to search for its name, Teen Cello 5, you can see the tutorial here. How do I open a trade with these myself? Now we're out of the woods. But let's go ahead and set a target position for Ethereum now. The second type of partial position is the TP and stop loss. What does partial mean? Literally, it means a part or a piece. For example, if I have $60,000 in my trade and I'm trading 48 Ethereum, I want Ethereum to reach a market price of, let's say, $304,400. When it hits $304,400, I want it to take 20 out of those 48 and lock in the profit. That means sell 20 of them to secure the profit. So it should take the profit on 20 out of those 48. So it should sell 20 of them to lock in the profit. Let it stay in the trade with 28 of them. You know what I mean? Like this. Show this model to the system. You can take a part of your profit. This is a partial position. You can come here and do it in two ways. Or you can come here for the partial. You click on the method. You edit it and make a mini version of the story. Or in the tick raft stop plus this. A low-cut figure and a partial position T-shaped figure by Pyre and Kemco. This is for people who are more casual or trade more swing. And with a 25-point ERAM, people usually don't do this. But if, for example, you get a 23-point ERAM, you really want to keep the trader open. And also long 16,000 in Bitcoin. Yes, for example, you can take a tick cash now, but now they're teaching you how to use it. Again, the explanation above says that Ethereum is isolated at line 25. The active price is 3,300. We entered at 3,000. I would like to inform you that this is the liquid price now. We will not reach it, take profit. ROI. When you click on this, you either say your profit percentage, or you say your profit percentage, or you say your change percentage. That is, you either say that the price of Ethereum has gone up by 5%. Out of these 48 Ethereum, sell me 20. In this case, you say the change percentage, or you say the change percentage. If my position goes up by 20%, you will also sell 20 Ethereum. This can be the first, the second, which can be the price of Ethereum itself. The penalty will be the dollar profit. If I come, for example, I made a profit of $100, sell 20 Ethereums. Now, if it's not $100, I made a profit of $2,000, sell 20 Ethereums. Well, these are the three different situations. I want to give you a penalty right now. Hey, I want to give you a penalty. Here, I also say penalty when I made a profit of $2,000. Close it for me. But if we're at $5,000 in profit, let's set it a bit higher. And say if we hit $7,000 in profit, close it for me. It'll ask how much to close. And I'll say to close half of it. Or to make our example the same as the one you gave, they say, buy 20 shares, sell 20 shares of Etriano. If you make a profit of $7,000, you say, well, if I want to sell 20 shares, when you make a profit of $7,000, you get your profit of $2,810, okay? I say, okay, it comes below. The stop loss, you can cut it in the same way. For example, say that if it is negative, you put the stop loss number in it, and it becomes negative. If I lost, say, $300, sell all my Ethereum. Now, if we set it to sell all, it's equivalent to that initial scenario we talked about. Sorry, I need to set this ROI to UST. If we give us a chance, this Mr. Conk, Clear Justice says, if I go negative by $30, sell it all to me. He tells you here, and then he says, it's a loss of $30. Well, if you take this set in 100, the equation becomes the first one, which is to close the entire position, just like I put it on Bitcoin. That model is, okay, we'll confirm this. Now, Here are 4 orders, 2 on Ethereum, 2 on Bitcoin. Look at Ethereum, and here is the deposit. Editable deposit. It says all closable, meaning it closes everything. Here is another section. Now on the stub, I selected all of them. Can I edit this? I also said target. When it gets here, look at the 20th one. Stay in position with the rest. This is it. You have it right here. That is, the stop loss is here now. So, you can take it like this, drag it up and down. Your stop loss and target are here too. Only in the case of partial, you cannot manually move it up and down like this. In the case of Bitcoin, which is a full position, you have to edit it like this. I'm saying this happens very rarely. I mean, if you trade a lot, swing a lot, you have something like this that you want to put TP1, TP2, TP3. I don't trade like this myself, but if you want, here's the way to go. Let's go to the third position. Bitcoin is also reaching the 1,000 mark. Let's see if these 7,000 will give us a profit. We click on it, and it will bring me something here. Bring me the chart. So, what do I want to show you? The options are 3. I told you about the partial position on Bitcoin and the partial closing on Ethereum. I told you about the trailing stop loss on Ethereum. I'll tell you about the trailing stop loss on Ethereum. There are 2 modes. MMR, which is the margin ratio, which is the number you see here. MMR maintenance margin rate is very much a joke. Don't go there at all. If you've studied risk management enough to know what it is, you know what MMR is. You shouldn't watch my videos at all. I should come watch your videos. But if you know what it is, if you don't know, it's not used at the level of this training now. But for example, I open trades with an automated robot and I consider MMR in them because, for example, I go with 20 positions and then each of them doesn't work for risk management. I have to consider the whole. And there is another situation, like here, you see that they were isolated open cross open when crossplay. MMR is not. You can click here to set the trailing stop TP. What does trailing mean? Let me show you on the chart. I'll bring it up in USDT. Let's use the same robot. Look at the chart. For example, suppose I entered the trade here, and I'll color this line yellow. So I entered the trade at this yellow line. I told it to set the line like this. And I said if I go 1% into profit, move my stop loss to, say, 0.5% away. If I go a little more into profit, raise my stop loss higher. If I go a bit more into profit, raise my stop loss higher. Bring it up so that when this fluctuation hits and starts to come back, my stop loss hits in profit. This is really useful when the market is very volatile like now, because it's going up, and your stop loss is automatically following it. If it dips down at any point, it closes in profit for you. Okay, now this is just a pun. It has a feature. It means it has a characteristic. I don't have many tariffs. This is the issue with Freelink. Current price. It's still at 5. We've already opened it at 5. And 2. It's at 5.5. The current price is close to 4. I want to set a trailing stop. Currently, the price is 5.39, activated at 5.49. The callback rate in CoinCatch with historical prices calculates the trigger price. If the price hits 5.49, I have a line to keep a distance from, and another line asks the percentage difference. 5, 4, 4, 9, I got it, but the Callback rate is the one that is underlined. In CoinCatch, it itself wrote an explanation, but I came here and said that the callback rate, along with the historical upper or lower price upper lower, for long and short positions is written like this. It is the basis for calculating the actual trigger price. That is, it says that if the price reaches the 55499 that you mentioned, then I have the line that I am supposed to be away from, another line, and another hypothetical line. The white line says what percentage difference should these two have. What if the price goes up and follows it? What is the percentage difference? I tell him, can we follow it by 1%, for example, by 0.5%, or can we follow it by 1%? Can we specify it here, or can we follow it by 2%? I can follow it by 1%. It says how much should I close? How many positions should I close? If the price goes up, you can close a part of it, that is, you can close it partially, or you can close it all. I say, you want to close it all. I'll bring this, I'll leave it. I'll confirm it 100%. This is it. This is it on you. It shows everyone here. I don't know if you see it or not. Let me zone in. Trailing means following. It means walking. Torrents is always following something. Trailing TP stop means following it. On your trail. I said on Bitcoin. I said the full position. On Ethereum. I also said a part of it. If you want to close this, you come here. If you want to cancel it, you go to the Take Profit or Open Order section. It has one of the coolest features for managing your trades. You can see how it breaks down, meaning it can manage everything in one place. This is really handy. Here, you can cancel, edit, or do whatever you want. You can even cancel it and go for all of them. Now, if you want to set your position, you can do the same thing we did with Bitcoin. You can also come in and trail it with Bitcoin. Put your position money in, just like we did with Bitcoin. NameObit can also came to the trailer with Kenny. I'm trying to create a tutorial like this if I get the chance, but keep this video handy. If you want to do it, watch each section a couple of times. Once you test it out a few times, you will get the hang of it. Have a good time. It's night here after dinner. But whenever you watch this, I hope you're having a great time.